What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, I am back, man. You guys already know what time it is with me. I don't talk about it, I say about it. Well, anyways, people, you must have heard the racer go by, huh? That car flies by here every day, and he really ain't flying either, man. It's just a whole lot of noise, and very minimum movement. It's a trip, man. I trip out on some of these guys. They actually really think they're racers because they have these loud exhaust systems. And that's to bring me to Mr. Lintonero. I don't know about this individual, man. I put him on blast a while back, and I mean that was a while back already, and he just came out of the woodworks. I don't know if he woke up from a skante coma or what, man. You know what I mean? He just came out of nowhere and started commenting on old videos. It's like, my boy, you really got to update your profile in your software, my boy, because you're lacking. You know, what I spoke on was like old news already. That stuff's done history. But anyways, and this is the type of shit that I deal with on a daily, people. You got these fucking trollos, they're so fucking burnt out the game. It's ridiculous, man. It makes me wonder about them. Like, are these people really the people that they portray behind their profile picture? Is it really them? It's in question because, you know, a person comes off a certain way, has a certain look to him, and then just his behavior and the way he puts himself out here, it just doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? And like I've told you guys in the past, man, this message right here is for you trollos, you funny bunnies, and you fucking weirdos that are out here. Even the fakes, flakes, and frauds, man. When I pull up to other people's lives, I will announce my arrival, and then I sit in the audience in silence. I sit in the shadows. You won't hear me commenting unless someone speaks on me, and I will interact with them short and briefly. But I like to pay attention to the audience that other individuals draw in. And the reason I do this is because it puts me up on my P's and Q's. It brings me to awareness of the fucking silly motherfuckers that are here on social media. Man, my bad, people. This rambler rambled on and got caught up in his own web. I meant to remind you guys, this is a fitness channel with the twist, and what you've been hearing is the twist. I normally start off talking about fitness, nutrition, or overall health in general, or I will elaborate on something that was asked of me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be short and brief on this because I should have done this at the beginning. Someone asked me what could happen when you have fatty liver. Well, there's a lot of things that could happen when having a fatty liver. It could create heart problems, cirrhosis of the liver, cancer. You know, there's so many health issues that will reflect on you due to a fatty liver. You got to keep in mind, your body is designed similar to the way cars are put together nowadays. Every how should I say, every part and unit, it coexists with one another. It supports one another. So you got to look at your body as the same way. When you create a fat around your liver, it puts a lot of stress on the other organs that are involved with working together with that liver in creating bile, blood flow, oxygen flow, and so forth, okay? I've been over this in the past, and I've explained to you into detail on what people need to do into correcting a fatty liver. Now, if you're a person that suffers with alcoholism, which is a disease, and I explain the difference between a disease and an addiction. You know, And I'm not going to get into that here. But if you're that person that's suffering with a fatty liver and you know for a fact that it's because of your drinking, try giving up drinking for 2 weeks. I guarantee within those 2 weeks, you will see a tremendous difference in your lifestyle. Your overall feeling is going to be so much better and beneficial. And hopefully, if you do run that in, hopefully you keep running it in. Make it a habit. Stretch out your dry periods longer. And I tell you this, people, and I stress this, and I can't stress it enough. I was suffering with hepatitis C, which is a chronic illness that I got from doing time behind them walls. No, it wasn't shooting up because I've never stuck a needle in my vein. The only needles that have ever been into this body are the ones that laid the ink on my skin. It was due to dirty ink, sharing ink in the system. And coming from the time that I did time, that was a very, let's just put it this way, that illness was spreading like an epidemic in there. Okay? So anyways, people, with that being said, man, it's time for you individuals to start investing in yourself. You know, it's not hard. It's not a puzzle. It's not a puzzle. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Especially when you have a blueprint that you can follow. That blueprint is giving you something to adhere to. And with directions from a blueprint that's coming from a person that has results, you're guaranteed to win. And when you sign up with my team, like I said, I will be on your bumper. Even if you sign up and you go ghost, I'm going to keep knocking at your door until you answer. You know, because that's what you hired me for. So don't ever think for once that when you reach out to me that you're just going to get your hand shook and your money took. Maybe back in the day when I was younger and doing what I did, you would have got your hand shook, your money took, and a whole lot of other shit happened to you. But this day of age, I'm a changed person. I've changed for the better. I'm about positivity. I'm about helping others change their lives. I'm that person that is colorblind. I don't care what color you are, what you identify as. If you're struggling with anything in life and I can assist you with it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I show love to each and every individual out here in this real world that are trying to figure out their life. I've been there. I've done that. I've hit rock bottom. I've been strung out on drugs, addicted to drugs. I was an alcoholic for many years, in and out of the system. I've given back the state 3 numbers. I have more than 3 rodeos under my belt. My first number was a J number, J2. So I was at the beginning of the J's. And then I was at a P number. That was my final number. And I'm not trying to go back because this life out here is the best life. Yes, I understand in life times can get rough, but you just got to keep on pushing and never lose sight of where you're going. Stay focused and always remember where you come from. Because the day you forget where you came from and you get comfortable, it's like the way we did people in the joint, would rock them to sleep. You'll get caught off guard, and you can be snatched up and thrown right back into that system again. And trust and believe, the homies there didn't even miss you. They will welcome you with open arms, like if you were just transferred in from another institution. That's just the way that life is in there, people. You know what I mean? And that's just the way that life is in the drug world. I could slip and fall today and go back to the bullshit that I was doing before I caught this last little wino time that I did. And the homies that I left behind still doing what they're doing will welcome me like if I was never gone. It's a sad situation, but it's true. And this is to that Mr. fucking Lintonero. My boy, I take a look at you, you're just a baby. You're a baby that lives in a fantasy. You could never feel the size of my shoes, let alone walk a mile in them, my boy. Give it a break. Sit back and pump your brakes. Go chop it up with an older homie. And weed out the difference from where you come from and where I come from. What you do up north, you're from up north. You claim a southern title. What you do, and the way I look at it, it is gang banging. What happened with me behind them walls and the homies up north, that was something totally different. And it was strictly business, and it was all behind propaganda. So you need to understand there's a difference between from where I come from where you come from, my boy. You know, I never knew what a norteño was until I did time, until I went up north to do time. So I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on you, my boy. You cannot compare and you cannot comment on the life that I live because you don't have the slightest idea of what I've been through. I've been to places that would make you cry, my boy, straight up. And I'm keeping it real 100% with you. And the reason why is because this day of age has changed from the days that I grew up in. And I call it how I see it. You know, so my word to you is find an older homie that's been around and that could give you some klecha, because your klecha's boo-boo. You can't come over here and try to dictate on what I should do. You keep on saying about gossiping. Now let's keep it real. If you want to classify that as gossiping, me speaking on something that's already been out there on social media, exactly what you're doing is gossiping. You're gossiping to one of my channel members. As a matter of fact, happy birthday, Ms. Chakta. She hasn't the slightest idea of the lifestyle that I grew up in, and you're trying to argue with her. It's crazy. It's weird. That's why I say you're naive, my boy, when it comes to this game. I look at you as being like a tag banger, and I'm keeping it real and 100% with you. I know the homies that grew up in my area, even the residents were turned up. It's because of the life that we lived. We lived a life of gang banging. Okay? We didn't know what a northerner was. We've heard of them because we even have family members that went out there to the fields to work during the summertime. Well, anyways, with that being said, man, I just wanted to address Lintonero, chop it up with you guys a little bit. If you guys want to get started in your fitness journey, you guys already know what time it is. Shoot me a DM. As a matter of fact, don't even bother shooting me a DM. Just go straight to my website. It's highpowerfitness.net, man. And at the end of the day, let's get this channel to 10,000 subscribers. On my 10,000 subscribers, Mr. Lintonero, you Mr. fucking funny bunnies, you trollos, you fucking weirdos, and all you fruitcakes, you're welcome to pull up to the yarda. Just do not come into the yarda with disrespect, because you will be removed. You could buy your way back in, though, because that's this day of age. You're allowed to do stuff like that. Whether I agree with it or not, it is what it is. I don't go against the grain. Now, with that being said, thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever you choose to do. Let's get this channel 10,000, baby. Start doing these lives. Now get up and get yours.